also microphone. There we go. Oh, control the game here again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I should just set this up real quick so I can actually see what's going on, and I can see the chat here. I can't see the chat right now. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Wow, already a lot of people here. And we already have some people subscribing, so... Rostio Gamer, thanks a lot for subscribing. Oh, and I should pay attention to my flying. Anyway, as last time, we are just gonna have a quick chat about the updates that Frontier has just announced on their own live stream. And as last time, I have a few people with me. I have Cactus McPrickly, Cactus Juggler, and Emslos with me today. And you guys should be on, and we have more people subscribing as well.
Excellent.
Welcome to Jens Norberg. Sounds Scandinavian. Okay, I have not been paying attention to chat yet. Let me just get this ship on the landing pad. Let's start with the one that caused quite a bit of controversy here when we talked about it while the Frontier live stream was going. Mega ships. Skill Tech. Subscribe. Welcome to the channel. Now I just want to show you guys, don't know if you can see this. I want to show you guys the notes I wrote. Does this show up? No, it does not show up very well. The notes this is my notes that I wrote for the mega ships. Let's see if I can get that. Oh, okay. Now that fucks up the. Okay, that's a little hard to see, I guess. We got that back there. Like that. Okay, but I basically wrote data in huge capital letters in the middle of the page, followed by 3 exclamation marks. There we go. So, the mega ships. Quick recap from the stream. Basically now when you go to the mega ships, you can scan them with your data link scanner, which reveals a ton of modules on them. Turrets, cargo bays, and different comms arrays and other stuff that you can then hack, which is illegal. And that will then give you either data or cargo, as I understand it. And there's some cool scan animations. But of course you will be warned when you do it. And you need a new type of recon limpet to do it. So what is your guys' take on this?
I'm so stoked about it.
That's for before you were pretty...
I know, I was kidding.
Because it sounded like that before that your point of view was this is something people are going to do once and then they're just not going to bother with it anymore.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like the thing that they seem to have this kind of thing before every update, like this very small little detail that they add kind of give people more options when playing. Like for example the the rescue missions and stuff like that. I have not done that once, and I bet there are not many people who have actually done it more than once. You know what I mean? I think this is the thing. I don't know. Might be wrong though.
Compare it to the rescue missions though. That's rather for them a fix to not sell occupied space pods to a black market anymore. And those aren't really missions. I mean, I agree those are pretty have shit payouts, and the only real reason for them to do them is for community goals.
Yeah, but of all the things that we have gotten in this video, I think that like the carrier thing, and you can hack something by scanning it, and that sounds boring. And I was a lot more stoked when I heard about the planets with volcanic activity. That sounds really cool.
I missed the start of the stream, so we'll get back to the plans. You'll have to fill me in on that when we get to that. But I can see your point. But there's one thing there's one change that they're actually introducing in this patch. I think that's going to make this a very interesting thing, and that's the new crime and punishment mechanics. What am I looking for here? There it is. Because the fact that your bounty is now bound to your ship, that means if you make a ship dedicated to this, like prismatic shields, huge amount of shields, you don't have to be able to recharge, you just need a huge shield buff. Just put a prismatic shield on an Anaconda, put tons of heavy duty shield boosters, and limpets and whatever scanners and whatever whatnot you need, and just sit there and just tank that thing for days. And you just collect stuff, collect everything you need. And once you're done, you head out of the system, dock, take another ship, and you're not wanted anymore.
Yeah, sure.
And if you notice the amount of containers that thing gave, that was a lot of stuff. And now we don't know the exact nature of the materials trader, but if you can get a lot of high-end materials, then trade that in for other high-end materials, you basically get exactly what you need a lot quicker. I could see this being a method to very quickly get the materials you need for your engineering.
It's also a lot more fun, if you ask me, than just going to a tanker and board hopping 25 times to get the materials you need.
Yeah.
Did they make any mention of when you do that, whether or not those items are also considered hot?
They are. They showed up in his cargo as stolen. So
yeah, they are
so
illegal cargo.
So you will not be able to sell them. Oh, but they are... Wait. Were they cargo or materials?
I think they were both. I saw some aluminum and stuff that was cargo, but I think I saw some...
I'm pretty sure I saw materials as well, because those cannot be flagged as hot,
yeah,
can they?
Of course.
So if you only pick up the materials you need for engineering, then you could actually use this as a pretty effective way, because some of them had... one of the materials had over 10 canisters, and that might be the cargo ones, but if it was the engineering one, that's 30 units of whatever material. Andre Amone, I think it was. Thanks a lot for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. But the new scan animations, I really hope that's something that's gonna carry over to other types of scanners.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see it on Discovery scanners as well, but I doubt it. Because if you're not scanning anything specific but just scan a whole system, how would that work? But maybe maybe the detailed surface scanner, when you began scanning it, you would see some kind of like some grid structure overlaid, like holographic grid structure overlaid on the planet as you scan it. That would be pretty cool.
I think they talked about that they do some...
Maybe later on in the Q4 update when the whole
some changes, changes to the scanner and Discovery things, but it doesn't sound like they're gonna do anything about that.
Okay, that's gonna come in Q4.
That's Q4 stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Thing that got me the most stoked today, except for obviously the hype around the Chieftain, was the tech broker.
The tech broker was amazing. So that now let's move over to the tech broker, because that was completely different than what I had thought it would be. And again, just to give you guys a quick summary, the tech broker is tied into the personal missions or the personal narrative. As I understood it, you would have to go and discover the tech first. So there would be some kind of missions. You have some kind of mission that would then unlock specific modules. And I know I had a very close look at that list. Did you see what modules was on there?
Meta alloy.
Meta alloy. So that means that we're gonna get the armor plates, the armor resistant thingies with the caustic resistance. That must be it. And also corrosive cargo racks was there.
Anti-missile launcher.
Anti-missiles. That was, and shock cannons, whatever they are. What's going to be interesting is it looks like this is a lot like the weapons you get from Power Play.
I think that might be a little, like, to a certain extent, yeah, but I think a lot of them look to be brand new weapons. Remember those screenshots or those concept art parts they showed?
Yeah.
On the Frontier Expo? This probably fits right in there.
I'm sure they're going to be completely new stuff, but I think so you have, I saw some other thing that almost called something remote, whatever launcher. So that looks like that's yeah, but it was
remote detonated flak launcher.
No, but it was
Flechette
not.
launcher, isn't it?
But was
Something like that.
I don't think that was the ones that's used for Thargoid hunting.
No,
No.
those were flag launchers. I think they
Flechette.
showed Flechette
Flechette.
launchers, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So those are probably meant for, well, hunting humans or normal combat.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean
like-
the same thing that as the remote flak launcher, but only with better damage against normal ships.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the thing.
I would guess maybe some kind of remote for frag cannon, so you would send out something that then detonates and then sends fragments in all directions and does damage to ships.
Yeah, well, like you send out a bullet, like one single slug, explodes and sort of comes
And then come also fragments.
spreads out in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then shock. And they said this was not an exhausted list. There will be much more, but it looks like you have to do some kind of storyline to go out and then discover the tech. And once the tech has been discovered, there was a bill of materials you need to gather. And once you had those materials gathered, you could then begin to use the weapons. You could then buy them at in your outfitting screen. So it's a kind of a mix between, yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit like the power play weapons, only that they're permanent once you get them. What do you think about that shock cannon?
Have you... I couldn't read the instructions and I haven't seen the screenshot yet.
No, I have not seen a screenshot either. And I couldn't see anything that described it, so I'm not really sure what it is.
But did they say, because I might have missed that you have to unlock those weapons? Because from my viewpoint it just looked like you have to pay a certain set of materials for it and then you get it. But I might be mistaken there.
Okay, David says in chat that flechettes are small darts fired like a shotgun.
He's learned that from a battlefield, I'm sure.
Okay, so it would be something like a modified frag cannon, I would guess.
Well, in battlefield at least, that's ammunition you can fit inside a shotgun to fire these things that easily penetrate cover.
Ooh, anaconda.
But some sort of shrapnel
Yeah.
grenade.
But I understood it. What about you guys in chat? I understood that you have to go out and actually discover this kind of tech. You're not gonna get everything available to you right off the start.
I meant they said it's gonna be a part of the personal storylines.
Yeah.
So maybe there are like set of stuff you can unlock right away, and then there's another set you need to go out and like explore the Thargoid base, get data from it to actually build them.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, I don't know. But there were also some materials in there that have yet not been seen. Some Thargoid materials, for example, like I think Thargoid biological circuit board or something like that.
Okay, so
Just a little foreshadowing, I guess, that there's gonna be some more
Thargoid materials, and maybe I would be surprised if that means all the Thargoid stuff that we have no idea what's going to be used for. It's probably going to be used for the tech broker to get special anti-Xeon weapon.
Probably, yeah.
It'll be nice to get something to grind for again.
Yeah.
And no alliance rank, yay.
No alliance rank, yes.
Well, they didn't say no alliance rank. They said that the ships, the biggest ships in the alliance line, was not going to be ranked required.
But why would they make a rank?
Why would they make the ranks
to
at
unlock
all?
in the rank?
Why do they make Admiral and King ranks for Empire?
Probably because they plan
Federation?
to use it for something in the future.
Exactly, and they thought they could do the same thing.
I mean, I don't think they will introduce the rank if there's no reason to get it at all.
No, but I thought they said that they wouldn't be any of the bigger ships wouldn't be rank dependent.
Any of the bigger ships?
Yeah, that's what they said. The big ships the new big ships wouldn't be
Okay.
rank required. That means they could still release something else like the fucking crate for all I know and put it in there.
Loot crates confirmed.
Loot crate. Been waiting to do that joke, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be. I guess that's going to be a joke once they actually put it in the game.
Yeah.
What is with this conflict zone on our Hazard site? They are all not wanted. Okay. It's not hazardous at all.
It's a calm rest site.
It's just a zone. Yeah, calm rest site.
But now it's gonna be interesting, and I hopefully, I mean, also, what about size, weapon sizes? Do you think we're gonna be able to get different sizes of weapon, or it's just gonna be like with the power play ones where they come in one specific size? And because I saw a lot of fixed and a single turreted weapon, but I didn't see any gimbals. So I'm afraid it's gonna be a lot like the power play weapons. So mainly fixed weapons with some special ability that you don't get on the base type of the weapon.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a whole new weapon type. I think.
No, but I would really love to
some...
see some gimbal versions, because I think it's a shame that if you want weapons with a lot of flavor, you have to go fixed.
You have to get good.
Have to get good, yeah. And I'm not. I'm a shit shot when it comes to fixed weapons.
Yes.
I just love my cannons. Come on. Oh.
What else was there? The trading stuff. What do you guys think about that?
At first I was pretty disappointed. That sure you can, so basically all they've done is they replaced, that was my initial thought was all they've done is they replaced a notepad by allowing us to see trade data from systems we visited. And then they showed that we could actually buy data, which was pretty cool. And all this stuff I mean, it's now actually a viable option to find your trade routes in game without using third-party tools, but again, many of the third-party tools would still be a lot better.
I think they work pretty well in combination. Like EDDB, it's super easy to find a good trade route. You go there, and then you can like recheck if the route's actually still viable, because sometimes either there's some problem with the game or with the EDDB.
Yeah, data's outdated banks or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just make sure data's still viable. Maybe even if you find a better commodity trade, like a better return tool because the other one was traded too much, sank in price, something else went up.
But there's one thing though that hold on here. Archon UK says shock cannons can be fired almost as fast as the trigger can be pulled and capable of high energy damage on successful hit. So it's a semi-automatic cannon. Okay. Anyway, but one thing that I thought about the trade thing that was pretty neat, that was the fact that you can see commander trade routes, so what other people are trading.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, if you're a trader already, that's gonna suck, because that means as soon as you begin trading on a route, everybody can just go into the galaxy map and they would see that there was a huge amount of stuff being shipped from this system to another. And then you would basically, just by running your route, you would reveal the route. Arthur, thanks a lot for subscribing.
I think most people, like the experiences I have, if you find a good trade route, there will be people on it pretty soon as well. Mainly because, well, they pick it up from the same source as you do.
Yeah, exactly.
So, of course, it might be a little faster depleted, but I doubt that it's any faster. I mean, most of the time a trade route won't be more viable. It won't be viable longer than like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, exactly. Prickly, I'm just gonna let's leave this one and come back in because I want to reset the instance.
Roger that.
There's no big ships. Yeah. Okay, that was trade routes. Looking through my notes here. Then, of course, there's the elephant in the room that we haven't talked about. Chieftain.
Ooh.
What do you guys think?
Elephant.
Weapon loadout is
Small
gonna be 2 large, 1 medium, and 3 small hardpoints. Standard combat loadout in terms of internals. I think I saw a class 5 frameshift drive.
Yeah, it's a little small, but
and a jump range. So with an they had probably some kind of average build.
I think they had a lot of A-rated stuff on there.
Yeah, so they had an average combat build where you A-rate most of the stuff, and then probably some standard tanks, probably nothing expensive or nor too fancy. And they had a jump range of 20 light years, so I would expect that's what we're gonna be seeing.
Right.
Someone says that Chieftain increased frameshift drive to 6 and will be fine. Yeah, I'm not sure they're gonna do that, to be honest.
Because, still a combat check. Yeah.
I mean, if you have 20 as base jump range, and if you engineer that, you can easily put on 10 light years without too much of a hassle, right? Oh, there's the Anaconda. And then you're up to 30 light years on a combat ship, which is actually not too bad. Maneuverability-wise, I would actually have thought that it would have been even more maneuverable than it is. It seemed quite maneuverable, but it was not quite Python level.
No.
And
it's way more maneuverable than the Python. The Python, even with like that thing, moved as fast as a vulture did. The Python's not. At least it looked like it. I don't have any hard proof of that, but it looked like it a lot faster.
Yeah, I think it was hard to judge. I mean, it looked fairly quick, but I don't know. We haven't really seen it, and I didn't see the part if they took it out into some actual combat. I missed that part.
They didn't.
No.
They didn't really. Went into a nav beacon. Realized they don't have any gimbaled weapons on.
And then they couldn't hit anything.
Shot at some clean targets and then shut out again. But the weapon position is pretty nice. Like the 2 large ones.
Yeah, having the 2 large there on top, so close together. And the medium one was also placed quite well. That was the one right over the cockpit.
No, it was one of the small ones, wasn't it?
No.
At least he had a small missile rack in there.
Yeah, but I think that was the medium hardpoint. That because if you noticed, he had 3 burst lasers. 2 was like on the side on top, and 1 was underneath it, right underneath on the belly of the ship. And then there was the 1 hardpoint right over the cockpit. I think that's the medium one.
Might be, yeah. I was irritated because it only had a small missile rack on it. Or maybe that's just...
Yeah.
There wasn't anything else though.
Oh yeah, someone's talking about the speed. Okay, so after said it's the most agile ship in the class, so it will probably be very agile then. Someone says that it was boosting quite quickly, at least. It looked like it has some decent straight line speeds. Let's kill this python. Finally got some hits in. And the sounds though, the sounds on that ship was amazing. I love the boost sound on that. Come on. But I don't think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be the next like medium. I actually don't know. Do we have any other ships with? What's the weapon loadout on the Python? Can anyone remember?
It's 3 large and 2 medium. The weapon loader is quite a bit better on the Python.
Yeah.
Same with it has a class 7 power distributor, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's probably to power all those weapons.
Yes. So the Python still has an edge quite a bit in firepower. But in maneuverability, it's like I think nothing can reach the Chieftain.
It's probably going to be quite a popular ship when it comes to PvP, I think.
I think so as well, yeah.
Because of the vast number of different sized hardpoints, so you can both. I mean, you can go with super penetrators, railguns if you want, and you can go with a lot of fixed weapons. It's a very viable option because of the high maneuverability.
Yeah, imagine railguns and pacifier frags on the large ones, and then just swirl around an anaconda or anything other pretty big.
Exactly.
Like it might even like take the spot from the Furtherlands.
See, that's because Furtherlands have always been a very good ship, but my main problem with the Furtherlands is the lack of internals. I missed when they were at the station. Did we see anything about the internals?
Yes, they said it. Hold on. Someone posted a picture of it. Let me roll a bit. We have 6 class 6 power plant thrusters, class 5 FSD, class 5 life support, and class 6 distributor.
I was thinking the optional internals, because that's the Furtherlands.
4 F3 class 4 military compartments.
Yeah.
2 class 5, 1 normal class 4, and 2 class 2.
Okay, so it's slightly better than on the Furtherlands.
Yeah, it's not Python level
It's
by
not,
any means.
but again, Python is it's all round like it's a mini anaconda basically.
Yeah.
But I still don't know if I'm gonna. I mean, I still think it's gonna be a tough choice between the Python and the Chieftain when it comes to combat ships, medium combat ships, because the Python has more internal slots and better weapons. So the question's gonna be, I forgot I have my cannons or multi-cannons. The question's gonna be if you want to get that extra maneuverability.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not in PvE, but I mean, the general sense in PvE is to take as big of a ship as possible, put some good shields in there, and you won't have a problem.
Yeah, exactly. But PvE is, I mean, yeah, exactly. The meta for PvE is get as big a shield as you can, with some decent resistance, and then just fit as much firepower as you can, where gimbal weapons preferably. It seems to be what's working best, at least for me. Damn it, this Python does not want to die. Are you done? There we go, he's dead. Okay. Is there anything else we missed?
Planets.
Planets. Yeah, I missed that. So
So they said it's only gonna be surface stuff, but on landable planets. So they're gonna rework the surface coloration of the landable planets. Then they
So, but you're
sort
still
of-
gonna change when you see them from space, right?
What? Sorry?
So when you look at a planet from space, it's still gonna look different, right?
Yes, it should.
Yeah.
So
I
you'll be
don't-
able to
I'm not sure what you
differentiate.
mean.
You'll be able to differentiate, like when you're looking in the map, in the galaxy.
Yeah, of course,
System map.
of course.
And then, but apart from that, it's only gonna be surface stuff.
Yeah, but it looked pretty cool. Like they said they sort of reclassified it as like the more volcanism planet has, the darker it will be, sort of.
Oh, that's
it
cool.
has more, something like that. I can't remember. I have to rewatch it. But it looked like, even just the visual side was really impressive. At least
Looking
it's
forward to
gonna
that.
kill the beige plague.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think as a Fargoid hunter, the chieftain is, well,
Nah, I
no.
don't think so. Just you don't have enough big hard points on it. You can't even get up to the four weapon limit.
I'm actually considering. Do you think Frontier thinks that they might have overdone it with the Python? That it's actually a little bit overpowered compared to what they wanted it to be.
I don't think so. The Python, I
don't-
mean, the Python's been in for ages.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think so either, or they would have changed it.
I mean, they can't just change the weapon loadout, but they did a lot with the maneuverability. Like, the Python was a extremely good ship back in the days. They nerfed it, maneuverability-wise, and... I mean, it's not solely a combat ship like anything else,
No.
but the weapon loadout is pretty good. I don't know.
It just seems, I mean, it seems like a lot that you're trading in a lot of, if you compare the Python and the Chieftain, which is, I mean, you will have to do that because it's probably the two ships that's closest together in terms of performance. I mean, better weapon, we don't know how the shields are gonna be. I would expect the armor on it to be pretty good, but apart from that, I'm not sure. It's a lot of you trade a lot to get that extra maneuverability.
I'm not too sure about that. Like, compare it to the Federal assault ship, for example. That thing has almost the same weapon loadout as the Python has. I strap off one of the large hardpoints and you got the hardpoint setup of the Federal assault ship. And cost-wise, it's just like a third of buying it and way cheaper to fully A-rated it. Fully A-rated. I think the firepower on the Python is fine as it is. Like, everything else on the Python makes it as good as it is of a ship.
Yeah.
But that fits in like the whole premise of being a multi-role thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you compare it to the Cobra, for example, that's been one of the like early really good multi-purpose ship. Has two mediums, two large. That the later on, most of the less combat focused ships like
I just want to.
Killback.
Oh, sorry.
Same stuff.
That was just it was an asp, and I took out both his engines, his frameshift drive, and his life support. I was about to see if I could manage to snipe his power plant before his ship exploded, but no.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. So see you guys after the stream.
Okay.
Yeah. See you guys.
Take
I'll see
care.
you.
I went back to Shinrada to grab my Python.
Yeah. Talking about the Python.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm looking forward to the Chieftain. I think it's going to be an interesting ship.
Really
I like the
looking forward to it, yeah.
maneuverability aspects of it.
Yeah. And it might be a very interesting ship for doing mine runs. If you're gonna do a reverberating cascade mine build,
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you want to go mining with it.
Yes, I want to do that as well. Because every ship in Elite is a mining ship. A sec keel. Sorry if I didn't mispronounce that, but thanks a lot for subscribing and welcome to the channel. No, because I tried out doing reverberating cascade mines on the Furtherlands, and I mean the mines itself is hilariously fun. But the problem is that due to the placement of the hard points, you will end up detonating a lot of the mines because they hit the hull of the ship when you fly by. And it seems like the chieftain is going to be a lot better because the hard points is, I mean, the hard point is on the top of the ship, the highest point. So when you launch the mines, you're not going to hit them.
Even without it, I think it's going to be a great PvP ship.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to try and see if I can probably take some of the modules of my my PvP Python and try to refit it, see how it works. Wow, I'm far away from the center of the... Get to move back. So what is on Tuesday? Is it...
It's the Galnet audio.
Yeah.
The trading thing and engineers.
Trade... Oh, engineers.
The material trader.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Material trader. Of course, I'm not going to be home on for that stream, so...
When are you gonna leave?
Sunday. Then I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks.
No beta for a week.
Yeah. Ooh. Imperial Clipper. Elite Imperial Clipper. And he's wounded. Yes. I think it's going to be interesting to see what Galnet audio is going to be like, and if it's something people's going to use. I mean, it needs to be accessible from within the ship. I think if you need to dock at a station, I would forget to activate it. You need to be able to listen.
Oh, sorry.
I think you need to be able to listen to it while you're flying around doing other business.
I think that's the whole idea
Absolutely.
they had. I mean, that's how they advertised it.
I wouldn't see any other reason for implementing it if you couldn't use it while you're out in the black.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
so-
if you have to sit in the station, listen to it, then it's pretty pointless.
You might as well read it yourself.
Exactly.
If you rewatch one of the live streams from today or 2 days ago, if they hop to the right side of the status thing next to the Hollow Me and the View Engineers, there's also now a Galnet icon.
Okay, cool. So it might actually be
So,
accessible as soon as you're in system.
Yeah, even easier. I mean, it's sort of hidden right now. I mean, you have to go into Galactic Powers, then you have the Galnet, which is kind of weird.
Hey, look at that. Power plant, frameshift drive, and shield generator is down. See if we can kill his engines. There we go. Oh, no, drives are only at 9%. Ah, he repaired. Now he's dead. Space Lakes hype in the chat. No,
Yeah.
no, don't think there's gonna be any Space Lakes anytime soon. Unfortunately, would love to see that. But again, the materials trader, I'm actually pretty excited to see what that's gonna be like. How that's gonna work, what type of materials you can trade, and do you trade up within a certain line of materials, or do you trade across within the certain tier? Do you understand what I'm trying to distinguish between?
Yeah, like getting one chemical processor out of one chemical manipulator for the trade of 5 chemical processors.
Exactly, because this seems like at least all the manufactured materials and also much of the data are kind of grouped together. So you would have like chemical distilleries, chemical processors, chemical manipulators, and it's the same with a lot of the other stuff. So maybe you can take some of the lower grade ones and upgrade them. But I think what they're going to do is they're going to allow you to trade across. So if you have a grade 3 material, you're going to be able to pick up, trade that in for other grade 3 materials.
Yeah.
Which is okay, I guess. There's one here in chat saying that before they quote-unquote fix engineering, he's been working on the engineers that he does not have, so he's currently 5,000 light years out to unlock Palin. Oh yeah.
Well, one of the reasons to unlock Palin might even, like, disappear.
Yeah,
or, like,
the corrosion-resistant Cargorax. So I'm thinking, now that the corrosion-resistant Cargorax is going to be available through the Materials Trader, what about enhanced thrusters?
I mean, it's not too hard to get those.
No, not at all. But the fact that you're suddenly going to be able to buy them off the normal outfitting screen is going to make them a lot more accessible.
Maybe, yeah.
Fighting a federal gunship, and he is is using shield cell bags like crazy right now, and chaffing left and right. And there we go. That's another shield cell bank, and that's another chaff. He's so close, I can just on-target him, shoot manually. Have they announced anything regarding the small content updates they're going to do? There's going to be 2 content updates after this one and then before the Q1 update.
No, absolutely nothing yet.
But again, it's probably going to be minor stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the Q4 update has to be huge. Like, they have almost a whole year.
And they did say that that's going to be the main update. It's going to be the largest one.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, from what I see right now, it's like I really look forward for the Q1 update.
Yeah. The Q1 or Q4?
No, Q1.
Yeah, I'm going to look forward to it as well.
Yeah.
That begs the question: how long do you think the beta period is going to be?
I guess a month, like standard their time. Or they say, hey, we needed 2 betas last time, well, let's just do 2 months, and it still comes out in the end of March.
Like everybody was expecting.
Yeah.
Oh, Python. Is he wounded? Can I kill him? So, someone asked when's the new ship dropping. Well, the open beta is going to be on the 25th, so that's going to be next week. So you can go and test it out by then, when we don't know when the patch is going to go live. Clean Python. Do you have anything interesting?
Nope.
I found a dropship. Let's see if he's wounded. Nope, clean.
You think, like, I can't imagine that the stuff they showed off with the mega ships, that they might do some scanning missions around them, like you have right now for
maybe
like planetary scan missions and whatnot.
There was actually one thing that that I was thinking is if you look at the tanker right now, it has a lot of materials lying around. Now that you can get them from the cargo base, do you think there will still be materials around the tanker like that?
Maybe not. So get all the materials you need.
Because that's gonna suck if we can no longer use the tanker for materials. Unless we're gonna go and be wanted for it.
The ship. I mean, you only got like what, 100 credits for that break open door credit, grind.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not gonna get that much. Ho ho ho! One shot and his power plant is down to 29%. He's gonna feel that tomorrow.
There's a murder hobo in Shinrada in open.
Oh, Cactus, don't kill him, don't kill him. His power plant is dead. I want to see how much I killed. Oh, I only got the power plant. Almost the frame should drive, lots of other modules of damage. Murder hobo?
Yeah. In Shinrada. A griefer.
Yeah, I get it. Psycho says, hey mate, just wanted to drop in and say thanks. You've made me an elite billionaire. Been following guides and passenger missions. You're most welcome. I think most of Elite has been following guides and passenger missions. Oh, that's but it definitely seems like Frontier's going more and more in the direction that they know money's not going to be a big deal. I mean, sure, you need the money to buy some ships, but the real currency in the game is going to be engineering materials.
That, and I guess time.
And time. Obviously, time.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Charlie says, can't wait for fleet carriers to drop. Indeed. I really hope fleet carriers is gonna be something you have to do as a team, rather than just something you can do on your own. I mean, of course, it should be doable on your own, but something that requires gonna require a lot of work, and preferably something you can complete as a team.
Okay, an idea about that. What about it be like a community goal where you have a fixed amount of time?
Yeah.
And if you only manage to get, if you don't manage to get to stage 1, you won't get it. If you get to stage 1, you get like a puny little ship that has like small and medium-sized things, and if you get all the way to the top, you get like this huge, almost capital ship size.
Yeah. But
monster of a ship.
Do you think there's going to be a limit? Because if you're only going to get a certain number, what happens if you then try and then you fail and you try again and you fail and suddenly you have used up all the...
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
I was just thinking if there's going to be a limit on the number of ships you can have, then suddenly you would no longer be able to get that high-end ship because you already have the ones, unless you can get rid of the ones you already have.
I guess you can then. Like maybe you can sell them.
And then yeah, go ahead.
Together with the whole fleet carrier thing, they're gonna introduce their squadron economic thing. I guess you have sort of a bank account there for the squadron, pay money in.
Oh, yeah, that might actually be. So maybe you could set squadron-wide tax, so people would pay 2% of everything they earn to the squadron, or something.
For example, yeah.
Or 0. Again, that depends on the rules within the squadron.
No, but I can imagine if you want to get there's gonna be a penalty if you don't reach the highest tier of levels. But I think it's also a sort of, you have to get a feel of how many people you are, how dedicated they are in order to get that.
Yeah.
So if you like got a super good one, then a year later you try to get another one.
And then maybe there's gonna be different types that's gonna have different things available. And it's also going to be interesting how easy they are to move, because if it's going to be like mega ships, they're going to be fairly static, I guess. So I mean, it's not like you're going to say, oh, let's go mine, let's move it into an asteroid field. And then...
wait till Thursday and then go mining. For a week.
For a week. I would love that.
Oh no, please not. Force the whole community to go mining now.
That's been the plan all along, that this is going to be a mining community. I never told you. Yeah, you're laughing now.
I would have left the channel, but I can't get back in, so.
No. I think it's going to be interesting to see what's gonna. I personally think it's going to be that they're doing these wing missions now because they want to test how wings for multiple people work. Because it's going to be something like that that's going to happen when you're going to get the mega ships. Some kind of like large wing mission that's going to be a squadron-wide mission that people have to complete, and that could be collect a lot of materials. And
Whoops.
where did you learn to fly?
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, exactly. The only company that survived the 1,000-year period since today. Oh, come on. Come on. Stop chaffing. Again? Okay, he's dead.
I'm a trader, not a fighter.
It shows.
Yes, it does. Thank you. You can blame it on my southern roots.
Boom. Okay, Psycho says, what are your thoughts on the new crime and punishment? Will this make pirates redundant? In turn, will this make more commanders come into open rather than solo or private groups? That's actually interesting. We talked about this on Tuesday. What I think will happen in terms of the crime and punishment is that there's going to be more people who goes out and do a PvP. Because now you can go out and you can do it, you can go home, you can park your PvP ship and then go into your Care Bear ship or whatever you want to fly, and you're not going to be wanted, you're not going to have that hassle anymore. Ooh, Anaconda. So I personally think there's going to be more PvPers. So that would, yes, in turn mean we're going to see more people in open. But I don't think we're going to see more friendly people in open. I think maybe we're going to end up in a situation where open's going to be a lot of... I mean, that would be, in my case, the worst case. Let me see, was that... Shinful, thanks a lot for subscribing. Where we're going to get... What worst case, I don't think this is going to happen, but worst case would be that we're going to... that open is going to be purely PvPers, because it's going to be a... the thing is, it could snowball. That if more people begin to PvP, they would obviously go into open in order to fight something to shoot at. And if we get more PvPers in open, there's going to be more people being attacked. And if people get attacked, people who don't want to PvP is going to move over to solo or to private groups. And
keep in mind... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go.
You were finished. No, I thought you were finished.
No, and then that if that begins to snowball, you're going to end up in a situation where the only people left in open is people who wants to PvP. I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be the extreme case.
Keep in mind the penalty for doing a crime, and the end of... I mean, you're only going to pay for it if you get caught, right? If you get caught with a hefty bounty and like... you have to pay a lot more than what you had before. I mean, what's a Grief or PvP player with like a billion, multi-billion credits in his bank account not gonna care about like 25,000 or 50,000, 50 million credit rebuy of an Anaconda.
True.
But now he has to pay that plus some of the rebuys of the ships he killed. Like they said that's gonna be a fraction, and the more notorious you are, the more you have to pay in the end. So also you have to pay off your bounty you have on your head.
Yes, it's gonna be very expensive to be a PvPer suddenly.
Not consensual PvP, but like griefing and just going out killing because you want to. That's I think like pirating, on a pirate on an ideal day, you're gonna never kill a single a single guy. If you want to do it, really do pirating. And I think the new system really helps pirates, but tries to punish those who just go out to kill random people.
So what did you? Okay, so how do you classify a pirate?
A pirate is someone who interdicts you, tells you drop your cargo or
Okay.
shoot you. Then when you drop your cargo, he just lets you go.
Yeah, okay. So
That
someone
tells you
who's basically just wants to steal your stuff.
Yeah. Not someone who just interdicts you for the shits and giggles.
Yeah, and then just blows you out of the sky.
Yeah.
So a maniac with a gun.
Right.
Okay, so
That's a thing.
okay. You basically distinguish between people who mock you and take your wallet, or people who just shoot you dead on the street because you were wearing a green sweater.
Right.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But actually, there would probably also be a lot, because if we're gonna see a lot more PvPers, do you think we would see a lot more pirate hunters? People come in, try to fight other commanders with a bounty, kill them.
Maybe, I'm not sure yet.
Oh, but another interesting thing. Now you pretty much know that if you see another commander with a bounty on his head, that he is in a PvP ship and he's trying to kill someone.
Right, yeah.
Because it's not just gonna be someone who did some PvPing and now switch over to another ship. Because if he were in another ship, he would not be wanted anymore.
Yeah. And I mean, in the end, switching ships all the time is going to be expensive for them. They can't just change modules or ships. So even if you have a few billion, it still costs like, what, 600 to 700 million? And a lot of engineering time. I think that's even a bigger part.
Yeah.
To get your ship up and ready to do PvP.
Oh, Prickly, I'm heading to the station to get more ammo. Sorry, forgot to tell you.
No problem. I need to do that as well.
Good.
I need to change the wagon wheels. They're kind of out of round.
And my cannons I have 3 shots left in one of the cannons. The other one's completely empty.
I came into the res site with no shield cell banks. They were empty.
Oh.
Oops.
2.
That was fun though.
Yeah,
It's probably only like the 3rd time I've ever gone into a fight.
That is quite fun.
I'm just the resident trader here. Do nothing else.
I don't know if they changed anything with the high yield mechanics, but I noticed when I've been flying around with the cannons today that I do a lot more damage to modules I'm not aiming at. No, so I would, if I try to shoot the power plant, when the power plant is dead, I've also killed the frameshift drive, the shield generator, and life support. So I don't know if they changed anything. No, I've not seen anything at all.
Because I am a horrible fighter, and I seem to not have too hard of a time. Maybe that's true then. 'Cause I generally suck at it. And I didn't die. Maybe. Maybe some of our people in chat can weigh in.
Yeah, don't know.
Haven't heard of it, anything. Like, there wasn't a patch. And maybe
I got better? No. Couldn't be.
Damn it, possible.
Just put this down. Okay.
Why can't I just say I'll fast track 772 times?
Well,
Give me all my cargo.
I actually think now I'm just gonna put this down here. I actually think we got around most of what they talked about today. There's definitely gonna be a lot of stuff we need to test out, especially the mega ships. And I think the mega ships in combination with the materials trader. Oh, maybe I should deploy my landing here. It's gonna be quite a strong combination, because if you can go to the mega ships and very easily pick up fairly rare materials quickly, and then go to the materials trader and trade it in for what you want, then it's gonna be a lot easier to get engineering materials. So Super that ask if you can post a link about Thargoids and stuff. No links have been disabled. Sorry.
Because of the stuff that comes along with
Thargoids and stuffing is really good.
Link. You can post it on if you want to post the link.
Discord.
Post it in Discord. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Chandra says hacking for hacking megaships for what? What's the catch? Hacking megaships? No, yeah. We don't want. I don't want to go over it again. You can rewatch the stream here. We're gonna end it a little bit, and that was actually I think the first thing we talked about. So as soon as YouTube is done processing the stream, it will be up, and you can then rewatch it later for that. But basically, you're gonna be able to hack megaships for materials and data. Well,
what are your highlights of today?
I think what I like the most is, I mean, new sources of engineering materials is always good, but we're gonna have to see what happens with engineers. And I think actually the tech broker was the thing that I got the most excited about. I mean, the chief. It's nice with new ships, but new weapons, new modules, and the fact that we're gonna get a lot of more specialized modules, because that's one thing I've been missing in Elite for a very long time, and that is that you make a build that you feel like is special because you made it, right? There's very little synergy between the weapons and between the modules in Elite compared to many other games. It's not like you can say, oh, if I get this and this and this, it will boost and it will have a nice synergy together, and they will enhance each other. There's a little bit with multi-cannons, corrosive multi-cannons, that reduces armor. So that helps a bit, but yeah. But I think getting more specialized weapons will allow us to make more unique builds, and I'm quite excited for that, to be honest.
Indeed. My favorite was the Chieftain.
Yeah, Chieftain was good. Someone asked about if we could talk about the Chieftain again. Again, we've already been through the Chieftain. But basically, the hardpoint layout is 2 large, 1 medium, 3 smalls, and jump range going to be mediocre. It's not going to be as bad as the Corvette, but probably around 20 unengineered, and then 30 if you engineer it. Optional tunnels is nothing special, but it's not as terrible as on a ship like the Furtherlands, for instance. But I think I'm gonna call it now. I just want to do a quick stream where we just get over what happened in the main stream, and give you guys my thoughts on it. I really hope you liked it. If you did like the stream, give a like down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. There will be a little bit of lagging in terms of videos when the beta launch, but I will be sure to give you guys a full update on pretty much everything that's going to be added to the game, probably when we get a little bit closer to the launch of the game, so we know what the final state of it is going to be. If you want to support the channel, you can do that via Patreon. All money raised goes directly towards better equipment, cameras, microphones, lighting, eventually a streaming PC, so I can get a little bit more stable in my stream. And also, I would highly recommend, if you want to join, that you join the community around the channel. It's very active, and all the people that with me here today was as part of the community. So so come by. It's a great place. We often have a lot of fun, play lots of different games. So I think that's gonna be it for today. It was a very long exit speak, but both thanks to Cactus, Prickly, and Imsolus for joining me here for about an hour.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And Juggler while he was here.
And Juggler while he was here. And Matt, the few seconds he was here at the beginning. No, he wasn't here. No, he wasn't. Sorry, no, Matt was not here. That was last time. I thought, did we have Matt?
Thanks for Matt anyway.
Matt, hello, retracted.
Yes, Matt, hello, retracted. No. Anyway, see you guys in space.